Hello and welcome, I'm DDF Racer and today I'm getting back in the Formula Renault 3.5 car in iRacing. After a slightly chaotic introduction to this series in my first race a few weeks ago at Suzuka, which kind of involved an 8-car pilot before I even crossed the line, I'm hoping for something a little bit less stressful today, but then again, this is Formula Renault 3.5, so, you know. I'm also looking forward to seeing what iRacing's newest circuit, Hockenheim, is all about too. I've logged quite a few laps here over the years, whether it's in R-Factor 2, Race Room, or going way back with this one, Formula 1 2002 by EA Games. It's in the game. iRacing generally takes these things to the next level with the absolutely precise laser scans and their attention to detail. So I'm expecting plenty of bumps and little nuances and cambers that I've never noticed before, which are only going to be accentuated by the handling of the Formula Renault 3.5 car. Now, the more I drive this thing, the more I'm becoming comfortable in it, but it is by no means a comfortable car to drive. DRS is also available in the Formula Renault 3.5 series, so that might actually play quite a strategic part in today's race with the huge back straight. So you might want to keep an eye out for that flap on the rear wing opening up every now and then throughout the course of the race. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, don't forget to leave it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's go.
That's the end of the session. P18.
You heard Mr. Spotter. We're starting in 18th position. 25 cars in today's field, and I'm technically car number... Well, not technically, I am car number 8. So, according to my iRating, I should be a lot higher up the grid than I am. But I just don't feel like I've got pace in this car. So hopefully, we can make up a little bit more in the race. Otherwise, we're just going to be going backwards. And there's not much room to go backwards. So here we go. Formula 3.5, Hockenheim. Let's do this.
The track temp is 18 Celsius. The air temp is 18 Celsius. Okay, Dan, get ready. Green, let's go, let's go.
Not quite sure what that guy was doing.
Clear to the left, on your left. Clear left.
Give him space. Someone behind having an accident as well. Okay, we made it through. Very awkward start early on the brakes. Cold tyres, cold brakes. And we're in 17th still, I believe. Or maybe made a spot. Let's see. Guy ahead's got the slipstream. He's going to go and defend. Nice and easy.
Your line. Clear left side. 3 wide. You're on the right. Clear left.
Oh, come on.
Car left. Clear to the left.
Well done for that. That was a cheat.
I think the car's okay. Somehow, I think the car's okay. I was just holding my line into the hairpin and someone just appears out of nowhere. We'll have to have a look at the replay of that later. I think the car's okay. We'll find out. Let's take it very cautiously through. Oh no. There's a lot of
Right side.
We got murdered again. Got murdered again. Hold the brakes, hold the brakes, hold the brakes, hold the brakes, hold the...
That's not right. It should be the other way up, I'm sure.
What a disastrous
We'll need to pit for repairs.
start. Oh, what a disastrous start to the race that was.
Smeets is now leading.
This is happening far too often for my liking. These two-parters where I get wrecked and then have to come back are just becoming far too frequent for my liking. I really don't want to use the word idiots, because I know that's quite derogatory towards other people who are just trying to do their best, but there really are idiots everywhere. Okay, so we're towing. We have 6 seconds left on the tow. Let's see what we've got. And for the second time in a row in a Formula Renault 3.5 race, too much damage, we're done. Oh, this is incredibly frustrating. Let's go and have a look at the replay and see what the hell happened. Okay, so here we are on the grid getting ready to go. I make a decent launch, because I've actually got my launch control, I manage the revs, and this guy just pulls over to the right and parks it for some bizarre reason. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. But anyway, onwards with the race. Heading down to first corner, someone on my left, he's going wide. There's drama up ahead, there's unsafe rejoins up ahead. It's all going off, and then these two are getting a little bit feisty up ahead as well, so I keep it to the outside. Get a little bit hairy on the brakes, lock it up, cold brakes, cold tyres, of course, here in iRacing. Using a slipstream, pull out to the right-hand side. The guy ahead pulls out as well, helps me, so I try and get him on the inside, and then he proceeds to take out 4 people, including himself, in one move. So let's have a look from his perspective then, shall we? So I'm on the right-hand side now making the move. He should have just backed out at this stage, because look, he goes onto the curb, gets on the grass, spears it round, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars, boom. Wipe out. And he's got massive damage, and I didn't realize at the time, but I also had massive damage as well. And someone just goes and piles straight into the back of him, because that is what you do. You just keep your foot planted if someone has had an accident and is going slowly ahead of you. So yeah, looking at my car, actually I had a lot more damage than I thought. My front wheels aren't exactly pointing in the same direction, and there's a little bit of damage on my front wing here as well, so I don't realise I back out of it through this corner, not unexpectedly, so I'm not getting on the brakes, and the guy behind just drives straight into the back of me. So I park it up, I do the proper thing, lock my brakes, and then people just floor it straight into the middle of the racetrack. There's yellow flags, there's an accident, there's cars off. Slow down. Just have a bit of caution, please, come on. Okay, well I gotta wait another 2 hours to go and do a race. There is a Radical race that I might go and record now. Radical's at Monza. Oh, that's gonna be equally as dive bomby. But yeah, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna edit in my second attempt, guys. Don't go anywhere. We will get a Formula 3.5 race at Hockenheim in this video. Oh, but before we do that, let's go and have a look at the results and see how much that screwed me over. We dropped safety rating of 0.24, but more significantly, we have dropped 93 I rating in one race. 24th out of 25. The only guy who finished behind us in the race was Nicholas Finch, the guy who made that little bit of a mess at the hairpin, shall we say. Oh well. Let's try again. Okay guys, well, first things first, I actually lied to you. Not on purpose. This is actually 4 hours later than my first attempt. Not 2 hours later. I went and recorded a Radical race in Monza, which was an absolute cracker, by the way, and that video will be coming out in a few days, hopefully. Yeah, I'm in a much better mood now than I was before, but iRacing has even made it easier for me to be in a good mood, because I am actually car number 18 out of 18 entrants, so I'm expected to finish last. So there's absolutely no pressure here, and I'm starting in 15th, which is as good as starting from the back anyway, so let's just be super cautious, let's just be super careful, and let's give this another go, and like the sign says behind, please don't kill me.
B15, the track temp is 19 Celsius. Okay Dan, be ready. Go!
Right side. Hold your line.
The guy behind got a much better start.
Still there. Clear to the right. Far right. Clear right. Far right.
And there's people sending it. Careful.
Right.
Old mate Shimamura up ahead of us. Or Shimamura, should I say. Sending it. Oh, he's going to the outside, in the inside. Okay, let's let him have that.
Car right. Clear right. Car left. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
He was always going to go full send. John Owen's up ahead of us. I just had that feeling when I moved to the right and he kept going to the right. I just want to stay out of this. We got more death up ahead. More death up ahead. There's another couple of freebies. Survival is the aim of the game. Like I said in the intro, I am officially expected to finish in last position, so anything that isn't last is a bonus. And I'm definitely not going to be finishing last now, judging by the clouds of smoke that I saw in the mirrors. Oh, too wide. Too wide. Guy up ahead of me's just disappeared. Where is he? He's blinking. He's gone. I think he's disconnected. Well, there's a freebie up to 13th. Let's see what my race pace is like. Probably not great, because I imagine this is top split. Or maybe only split, because I think maybe 20 people signed up for this and some didn't join. Oh, that looks pretty hairy up there. Just be careful, they're going 3 wide up ahead. One of them could spear off in a random direction at any moment. Oh, no, no, no.
On your right, clear right. Left side. Still there. Clear to the left. On your left. Clear left.
Give him the space.
Well done, Dan. Great move. Keep it up.
Whew. I think he had damage.
The leader's just done it. 125. 160.
I'm pretty sure he had damage from that contact, and I didn't want to do what that guy did to me in race 1.
P12. That last lap was at 128.10.
And that's another spot. But for how long? I wonder if any of the guys behind are going to start using DRS. I have 8 activations in today's race. Kainen behind. Literally everybody in this race has a higher I rating than me. It's terrifying. It genuinely is. Woo! And that's also terrifying. So if anybody goes for move, I'm not going to fight them too hard because I know that I just want to finish this. Tyres are starting to come up to temperature now, which is good. We've done a lot more distance than we did in race 1, that's for sure. I mean, it's not hard. Right about here is where we got on lap 1 last time. And considering now on lap 3, I'm already winning.
Just done it, 124.85.
Although there's a weird kind of oscillation in the suspension. If you catch a bump just wrong,
126.
it kind of just
Yellow flag, caution.
keeps on bouncing.
Today.
Clear left.
Kajitani behind. He's trying to make the move. Let's give him that position. Don't fight him. He's made a mistake. He was in 5th. He's much faster than I am.
There. Hold your line. Keep it steady. Clear to the right.
Saying that, let's drag him around the outside. I wasn't exactly pinning the apex there. I wasn't trying too hard to overtake him, but you know, if he's going to go steady on me, I'm going to take it. I'm not just going to lose time just to let someone past. I give him the apex. That was his line. I couldn't make it stick. I'll take it. I'm under no illusions that this is not going to stick. He's going to get past me eventually. As Brody would say, he's all over me like a cheap suit.
Your lap time was at 126.86. You're a second off in sector 1.
26 is a good though, I'll take that. It's much better on the brakes than I am. You want to take it? You can take the inside again, mate. I'm not going to fight you, but you got to make it stick.
Still there. Clear right. You're clear.
Bad luck, Dan. Come on, don't let him get away.
Oh, I think I might have to, Spotter. He's not our fight today.
Gaining on this car. The gap is 0.25.
Whoa! I was nowhere near him. Sorry. I was nowhere near him. That was a netcode. I'm sorry, iRacing. That wasn't me. I was locking up, but I would have slowed down. That was a netcode. And I was braking earlier than normal anyway. Oh. It's definitely my fault as the car run into the back of him. Definitely my fault as the car ran into the back of him. That's on me. That's me. But that shouldn't have been. There was no collision sound. There was no bump up in the air of his car. I've got no damage. That was...
The car behind is catching. The gap
That's rotten.
0.8.
That's absolutely rotten. We're still in 14th, which is good. And if he comes back, I'm just going to let him go through just to redress that situation. I would have redressed the situation previously, but he's facing the wrong way, and that'll put me absolutely last. Old mate behind. Karkainen trying the move on me there. Everybody's better than me today. It's not good. And it's these kind of races that kind of make you question, what are you doing wrong? You know, why do I suck so bad?
24.61.
Why am I 2 seconds a lap off the pace? Because I don't quite get it. Oh, big lock up there. That's not going to help. I don't understand why I'm 2 seconds off the pace here. I just don't get it.
That lap time was 127.10.
I'm pulling away from the guy behind, though.
Yellow flag.
The guy ahead is running off track. There's a freebie back up to 13th. We were running, I think, 11th at one point before I punted Kajitani off the track. And again, it's just incredibly frustrating. Good drive out of the hairpin. Yeah, I'm missing something.
Alright, Dan. Hold your nerve. Just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
I am running a setup today. But even that is not helping me. Oh, that was all kinds of wrong on the entry. That was definitely me. It feels like I'm locking up the brakes in the second phases of the braking zone, like on the turn-in corner entry. And I am lifting off the brakes to try and get the wheels rotating again, but it just kind of... I don't know whether I should be braking earlier.
P13.
But I'm already braking way too early compared to everyone else.
You're a second down in sector 3.
Really confuses me, actually, because everyone's closing up heaps on the brakes, but if I brake harder, I'm going to lock up more. Catch-22. Would appreciate some feedback in the comments, guys. So we're already on lap 8 of 26 here. Quite a painful race. A very painful race indeed. The guy ahead is disappearing slightly. And the guys behind are getting very close in the mirrors on the brakes. It's definitely the braking zones. It has to be. There's something fundamentally wrong in the brakes. See, look, I'm locking up there. And that is in turn stopping the car from rotating as efficiently as I would like. Maybe I'll pop the bias backwards a bit. Let's try that.
That lap time was 126.40. That's your quickest lap in this session.
Well, that'll do.
Sectors 1 and 3 are 0.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.42.
Oh, way too deep into the brakes there.
The gap behind is now 1.2.
Trying to get a fast exit, but didn't do any tricks there. I just realised the car I punted before, Kajitani, is the number 2 car. He won't like that. I certainly don't like that. Quite embarrassed about that now. Now thinking about it in my mind. It'd be very, very interesting to look at the replay and see if there was any contact. But I honestly don't think I would have hit him if it wasn't for that netcode. It would have been close. I'm not saying that, you know, I wouldn't have haven't had a face full of Formula Renault 3.5 in a Ferrari livery. I'm not saying that wouldn't have happened. I'm just saying I don't think there would have or should have been contact. Anyway. It's one of the downsides of iRacing, I guess. It puts you against people from all over the world. They may not be in the same country as you. Their internet may not be as good as you. No guarantee.
That lap was at 126.46.
And being in Australia, we don't exactly...
Okay, Dan. Lap times are pretty
We're not exactly renowned for having the best internet in the first place. You know, quite laughably so, we are quite down the pecking order in terms of internet speeds and ping and bandwidth. And being in such a remote location as well doesn't help. But yeah, still, netcode's never a nice thing to experience. Neither's that! Massive lockup! Massive lockup! Somehow, didn't really lose too much time though. Nailed the exit. Bit too much curb on the inside, short shift into third. Oh, wiggly on the rear! That deadly slip angle's coming back to haunt me. Using all the curb and then some on the inside. So sketchy, so sketchy. Okay, I'm going to concentrate this next lap. I'm going to do one of my famous DDF audio laps. So headphones on, volume up, enjoy the sounds of the Formula Renault 3.5 at Hockenheim in iRacing. Here we go.
You've just done a 126.62. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace. The gap behind is now 0.6. Defensive, mate. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. B13.
There we go, half a second.
That lap was at 126.00. Good lap. That's your quickest today. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
And the guy ahead of me, Simon Ayton. I recognise that name. I've raced against him before, maybe even at Suzuka in the Formula Renault 3.5. I know that name. Is he in trouble? I think he's fallen back. We're a lot closer to him than we used to be. And we have pulled out a bit of a gap on the guy behind as well. Not much, but I'll take everything I can get right now. Get him away from me in those braking zones. Oh, a big wiggle again. Lap 12 of 26, approaching half distance almost. Man, these are the days when you really learn about racing, you know? When it's not so straightforward, it's not so cruisy, when it's not nice. These are the days that really force you to adapt and just become a little bit tougher. Not everything goes your way, you got to accept that sometimes.
Your lap time was 1:26.36.
Not a bad lap, not my best. Oh, missed that apex. That's going to compromise the exit. The guy behind is a second back. So if they start deciding to use DRS, which I've still got 8 uses, I'm saving mine to defend towards the end because I doubt they're going to stay behind me for much longer. Big lockup again. I'm not quite sure how I pulled that one up, to be honest with you. I was convinced that was sailing into the scenery on the outside of the hairpin there. Well, confidence lift, don't go too wide otherwise it spits the car around. Get a good drive out. Oh, this is nerve-wracking stuff, but not for the right reasons. I'm just delaying the inevitable. That's what it kind of feels like right now.
Okay, Dan, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. That was 1:26.42.
Not bad lap. For me. That's better, nice and tight, keep the exit. Simon's not pulling away too far up ahead, which I'm kind of happy with considering his, 3.3 I rating. No lockup, great. First time in like 3 laps. Oh, had to get a dab of the oppo on then to try and stop the car from going round. I think that's overheated the rears a little bit as well. Oh, turned him way too early then. Lost 0.2. The guy up ahead was in 10th. Renault, he's dropped.
1.4 seconds. That lap time was 1:26.05.
He must have made a mistake or something. See if we can get him. Fresh meat! Oh, that doesn't fill me with confidence. Oh, Blinky McGee. Has he got damage? He does seem a little bit slow on the straights, maybe. We are closing in. We might actually make an on-track overtake, guys. I think he's got damage. Yeah, he's got damage.
On your left. Still
Left
there.
out of it.
Far left. Clear to the left.
That was definitely a turn into me there. I'm not happy with that. He definitely turned into me to defend that position. He's definitely got damage as well. We need to get past him ASAP. I might have to use the DRS for this. In fact, I fully intend to use the DRS for this. He's gone wide again. He's got big damage. We need to get him before people behind us get us. Yeah, he's so slow. He's so slow. DRS incoming, here we go.
Left side, on your left, clear left.
Don't outbrake myself.
Well done, Dan. Good pass. Eyes front.
I said don't outbrake myself. All manner of carnage behind in the mirror there. We made it through. Up into 12th, I believe. Oh, this is a very grueling kind of race, this. Now I know what it feels like to drive a Toro Rosso. Or should I say an Alpha Tauri.
Just increasing. It's now 6.5.
No, 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 no. Ooh, that was dead. Oh. That was so close to death that if you get out too wide, you just get spat off into the barriers. Right, I'm going to go for another quiet lap. Need to pull a gap behind.
The gap behind is now 1.2 seconds. P12, your last lap time was at 1:27.10. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.7 off the pace. You're a second off the pace in Sector 1.
And there we go, there's a quiet lap. And I've just realised the guy behind me is the guy I punted. I'm not going to make it hard for him. If he wants to go for it, he can go for it. I'm going to get him through in an attempt to redress the position and let him fight up the road. Saying that, he's going wheel to wheel with the guy behind as well. Dropped Simon up ahead by about 10 seconds now. That was never our position anyway.
Don't be intimidated. Keep him behind you.
Yeah, there's just something about the brakes today, guys.
4.51.
Haven't quite got it. Pushed a bit too wide at the initial apex there, and that just meant I was late getting on the power, late turning in for the right-hander, and just late to the party in general, really. Get the power down, run it wide, and that's another lap onto lap 19 here at Hockenheim. Not many laps to go now.
That last lap was at 1:26.24.
Very unstable rear on turning then. If you want to get me, you can get me, mate. I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to keep it to the left. If you got any sense, you'll use some DRS. Just don't retaliate, please.
On your right. Clear right.
Come on, don't let him get away.
There we go. Let him through. Don't lose any time to the guy behind.
It's just done a 124.22.
Do not punt him again, whatever you do. Okay, we're safe. We're safe. We didn't kill him. Not a second time. Let him go and build a gap. He's not our fight today. It might seem a bit awkward to you guys, me just giving up a position like that. But he was always going to be ahead of us anyway. And I feel really bad about what happened, even though it was netcode. I felt like I owe him at least that much. Oh, too wide. There's another off track now up to 4x.
Please, Dan. The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 0.9. P13.
I've just realised I might get an A license at the end of this race. Because think about it, you need 4 races in B class to get promoted to A class. That's your minimum participation requirements. And if your safety rating is above a certain amount, I think it's 4, you get an instant promotion, and I think I am above 4 right now, 4.75 or something. So I think as long as I finish the race and don't get disqualified with like 25 incidents, I might be on for an instant promotion. Already. I mean, it makes sense because I've had 2 attempts at both of my Formula Renault 3.5 races. But this is not the way I would want to get an instant promotion. I'd rather do it, you know, with a victory or something a bit more spectacular, something something I could be proud of, not a struggle street fest like this. Maybe I do have a bit of damage. I don't know. Car is very not pointy on the front now.
Just done a 126.19.
Saying that, I'm only 2/10 off my best, but that's probably because the fuel's coming down. I seem to be a lot better on exits, but that's probably because I'm bulking him on entry. I've got 7 DRSs left now, so I could probably get away with using 1 DRS every lap in this zone to defend.
1.6.
Which I might consider start doing that.
Leader's just done a 123.95.
A 123.9? Are you kidding me? Guy's all over me there.
Okay, Dan, don't let this guy distract you.
I'm trying, but he's getting very aggressive in the mirrors. I think he's trying something. He's like he's just switched on another gear. He's been waiting for his move, perhaps. Okay, 5 laps remaining.
That was a 126.90.
Second off my best. He gets a bad exit, he's spun! I'm still going to use the DRS anyway. Oh, the guy behind me binned it, putting the power down. Trying to get a run onto the straight.
The gap ahead is now 3.5 seconds.
That DRS got me about a quarter of a second down the straight that time. It is pretty powerful, especially if you want to try and seal the deal on an overtake. Oh man, this has been a very unrewarding drive. Oh, how was that not a 1x? How is that not a bin? How is that not instant death? I'm not complaining. That was a 1x though. Come on, Dan, keep it tidy. Keep it tidy, mate. Not long to go now. Think of the A license.
18th place. That lap was at 126.34. Sector 3 is 1.2. Off the pace. The gap behind is now 3.1.
That's Karkainen catching me up. Oh, another lockup. And a missed apex. You get the drive on the exit, it's not too bad. I hope you guys are enjoying this race so far. I hope you've stuck with it. I hope it's not too painful. I hope it's not as painful for you as it is for me, that's for sure. If you want to leave me some moral support and tell me everything's going to be okay, maybe leave the video a like. That's probably the best way you could do that. Say everything's okay, Dan. Everything's going to be fine. You can drive. It's just not your day.
The lap time was at 126.22.
Yeah, Kajitani's pulled out 6 seconds up ahead. It's such a horrible corner, turn 2 here at Hockenheim. I never seem to be able to get it right in any kind of sim. I'm thinking about it now, Hockenheim has been very unkind to me in Race Room. I've driven DTM cars there, GT3 cars there. Even as part of my community event, the DTM 92s in Race Room, I got murdered at turn 1. It just... maybe this is my bogey track. Maybe Road America is the red herring. And actually, secretly, Hockenheim hates me. But do I hate Hockenheim? No, it's great to drive. It's incredibly technical. And iRacing's rendition of it is actually fantastic.
Behind is now 3.7.
There are so many little nooks and crannies and cambers in the road that I have not experienced before. Little nuances to driving it, curbs. Just, that's what you come to expect from iRacing. The quality of the laser scans and the circuit design. And to be honest, you should expect that quality considering the amount of money that you pay for the subscription and then purchase the content on top of it as well.
126.24. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.8 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
You should be expecting top tier simulation because iRacing is top tier simulation. Let's have a DRS while we're two tenths up anyway. Let's go for a lap time with 2 laps to go in the race. I haven't really got anything to fight for, so just take it easy at the same time. That was an intentional late apex then. Look at the delta, it's still gaining. It may have looked clumsy, but overall lap time, it works. Short shift to 3rd. Kill that wheel spin, short shift to 4th. Feather the throttle, get on the power when it's straight. Nearly half a second up.
Temperature is increasing, it's now 22 Celsius.
A little lift, take a bit of curve, run it wide, brake just before the tarmac. Lift off that unloaded front wheel. Short shift to 3rd, use the curb. Lost a bit of time there. Brake and turn in a lot earlier than you think. Keep it going throughout the second phase of the corner. There we go. 2.5 tenths up. Not great, not terrible. Last lap. Here we go. It's almost over. The pain's almost finished.
That lap time was 125.69. That's your fastest lap.
If it wasn't for that DRS, I don't think I would have got fastest lap. Look, 300ths down now. Let's see what the gap is by the time we get to the hairpin, and that is how much DRS is worth down this straight. It's about a quarter of a second. Very clumsy at the apex though, it just didn't turn. Maybe the tyres are starting to give up. But that's fine, because we've got a buffer behind, and it is the last lap. Into the stadium for the final time. Don't do Sebastian Vettel. Can confirm, have not locked up. We're safe for this section at least. Only a few more corners to go. And kind of like history repeating itself, it takes 2 attempts to get there, but I'm going to do it eventually. And hopefully across the line for an A license. In very unspectacular fashion.
P13, that's it. We're done.
Yeah, we are done, Mr. Spotter. That is the end of the race. 26 laps here at the Hockenheim in the Formula Renault 3.5. No cause for celebration. Brought it home in 13th eventually. I think 12th was way out of reach considering the gap to the guys ahead. But considering we're car number 18 and we started in 15th, I'll take that. That's probably the best I could have hoped for in that one. Let's bring the car to a halt. Let's escape back to the pits. And let's go and have a look at that replay. As I'm sure you can see, very sweaty work. I remember my start being not great. It kind of bogged down in the second phase. The guy behind me in the Caterham got an absolute rocket of a start. And I'm very cautious on the outside here, giving plenty space, because I didn't know where he was going to be. Which is probably the right thing to do, considering he did make me quite nervous throughout the course of the rest of the race, at least, anyway. Again, give them the space on the inside. They're like 4 wide up there on the first lap, and this is exactly what caught me out last time. Someone sending it up the inside, and... oh, no contact. I thought I remember seeing contact. That's not how I remember it happening. Oh, and there's a McLaren dead up ahead as well. And the Caterham, 2 freebies. So here we are on lap 2 with a run on this guy in the Jaguar, giving plenty of space on the outside going into the stadium, but then he backs out on the outside, gives me the spot, and I give him some room on the inside. He doesn't take it and pull away. And that's it really. On track overtake. And this is where it all begins. Old mate in the Ferrari runs wide and gives me the position. I'm now up to 11th. No DRS in operation just yet. He gets the run. I think, okay, you're going to take the position. And I'm later on the brakes. He's very cautious. Very respectful. Oh, old mate in the Jaguar behind binned it. I didn't notice that at the time. I was too focused on that guy. So let's repeat the situation 1 lap later. I'm still in 11th, but I just decide just to go easy on the brakes and give it to him. Tuck him behind, use the slipstream, and the moment we've all been waiting for. Was it netcode? What does the replay say? That was massive netcode. Heading into the braking zone here, I would have definitely slowed up in time. Come on, iRacing, that's not a contact. It's awkward, that's what it is. It's hella awkward, but that's not a contact. And that's not a sight you expect to see very often. Face to face with the guy who just murdered you. As the car behind it is my responsibility to slow it down safely, and I didn't. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. If you're watching, I'm sorry I wrecked your race. It wasn't my intention. So here we are on lap number 8, and this is the perfect example of what's wrong with my driving today in this race at least. Look how much better that guy is on the brakes. I mean, he sailed wide of the apex, sure, but to be able to pull it up without locking up from that far back, I need to do some practice. I need to go away and have a look and think what's going on here. And again, look, he's doing it at the hairpin. He's miles back, and he almost runs into the back of me again. He's just closing up so much speed. Watch this from a mile back. Is that an attempt at an overtake? Is that just a fake dive bomb that didn't quite work out? I don't know, but he did that for the whole race. and it made me very nervous, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Okay, so we're now on lap number 15, and this is when we had our chance to get past old Blinky Bill up ahead of us. So heading through this right-hander here, and oh, that's so close to contact. We did very well to avoid each other. Then he just goes and disappears on me, and my car's wobbling. Why is my car wobbling? iRacing must think that's some kind of contact, and I definitely felt contact in the steering wheel there. Okay, so now we're on lap 21, and I just wanted to show you some of the rather aggressive driving from the guy behind that has made me sweat a little bit too much than is comfortable. Right now, he decides to dial up the aggression with a move to the outside there. Freaks me out. I lock up. He tries to seize his opportunity. Tries to get the cut back. Oh, sends it in deep there. Now he's all over me in the stadium section. It's like he's trying to force the issue at the apex when it's already too late. You know, he's not trying to line up a move. He's not trying to be clever and get a run on me on the exit. He's just trying to go in for the brute force intimidation technique, which, when you race against JB every week for 12 months, it takes a lot to intimidate you, that's for sure. And then finally, look, he goes in too deep, lights it up, and away he goes. And it was pretty much plain sailing to the end of the race from then, really. Speaking of which, I'm going to go and check those results, see if I got an A license. So we gained 0.02 safety rating, and despite finishing ahead of our car number and our grid slot, we actually still lost I rating. But most importantly, look at that. License has been leveled up. You are now watching an A license iRacer. What? And I've just noticed I was the only B license driver in that race. Anyway, to wrap things up, started 15th, car number 18, finished 13th with 5 incident points. And a promotion! Oh, well, there you go. I certainly wasn't expecting to get an A license today when I stepped into Formula Renault 3.5, especially not being 2 to 3 seconds off the pace. That said, you have to take these things whenever you can get them. Look at Michael Schumacher, look at Lewis Hamilton. They've had multiple occasions where they've not made it easy for themselves when they've been in a championship winning position. And I'm not saying I'm Lewis Hamilton or Michael Schumacher, far from the opposite. I am Daniel D. Finney, DDF Racer, the most average iRacing sim racer you could probably ever think of. But hey, A license, only 3.5 months after starting in iRacing. It's a far cry from the Mazda rookie races in December, that's for sure. Anyway, so what's next on the channel? Well, I can now do everything that iRacing has to offer. All of the content is unlocked, apart from my wallet. My wallet has to unlock the rest of the content now, but cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get a cold shower and try and just forget all about this Hockenheim experience. Circuit is great, good job iRacing, but I need to get better. I need to get good. But regardless of how good I may or may not be, I enjoyed it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, don't forget to leave it a like and share your thoughts in the comments. You look after yourselves, and I'll see you all again real soon.